Morning Live.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
What is Maker Faire Africa?
Well, Maker Faire Africa is an assembly of people who we see as doers, inventors, people who tinker, people who solve problems by virtue of actually getting their hands dirty, rolling up their sleeves. They are across the spectrum. They range from people who you could consider highly educated to those who are from the equivalents of rural areas, townships. The key sort of common denominator here is people who practically solve problems. You could have those who are working in the area of robotics as much as you have people who are working in the area of a form of shelling corn. So what we're trying to do, what we've been doing over the past 4 years, is put together these types of individuals. We've been to 4 countries so far. We started off in Ghana, went over to Kenya, then ended up in Egypt, and we were last in Nigeria, and now we're in South Africa.
Why was South Africa the best place to come to after these the 4 countries that you mentioned?
Well, we haven't been to Southern Africa, and we felt that to the extent that we could, we would like to move from one region to the other and sort of bring the thinking around why this is important to bear in South Africa, and we're glad to be here. We think that South Africa has a vibrant creative community, and when I use the term creative, it's not just in the quote-unquote artistic sense, but creativity across the board. And what we're trying to do, among other things, is meld together what could be considered advanced technology as much as what is considered less advanced technology. In fact, whether it's advanced or not really doesn't matter. We're also looking at how we can cross-pollinate disciplines. So you'll have people as much as in the arts who are doing things with conductive fabrics, as much as you'll have people who are working with electromechanical items. Innovation, the area of invention is moving towards things that are at the edges. You know, the most interesting work these days happens where electronics is combined with textiles, where sculpture is combined with electromechanical devices and so forth. And we think that it's important for South Africa, as much as it's important for Africa as a whole, to light this fire of producing things, because if we are to address some of the challenges across the continent, whether it's underemployment in South Africa or in the rest of Africa, we need to have people thinking very differently. And the thing is, these individuals already exist. It's just that we haven't put the spotlight on them to the extent we should. And we think that by doing that, we give a sense of validation to these individuals, and we make them think that what they're doing is very important, and it is important.
All right, so there will also be mashups, workshops. Talk to us about those.
Yes, well, we'll have, the fair is a combination of things. It is as much individuals who will be showcasing whatever it is that they've been working on, as much as it's bringing together various groups to sort of build upon this emerging community spirit of invention and innovation. So what we try to do at the fair is it's less about, I brought my invention, look how great it is. It's more about we are trying to have the audience understand and see within themselves why it's important to be part of this idea of making. So the workshops will be speaking to some of that. We'll have what you could call hackathons that our 2 main sponsors are putting together. One of the key elements of Maker Faire Africa is the community aspect. Because if people begin to see innovation as something that anyone can do, not to say that everyone will, but when they begin to see it along those lines, it becomes something that is much more democratic. And in our 4 to 5 years of doing this, we've come across remarkable individuals from the most unexpected places. So one of the key elements, as you pointed out, is the workshops, is these sort of group approaches to innovation, as much as it is the individual inventions as well.
All right, so give us the dates. When are you in Johannesburg? Where in Johannesburg?
Well, the dates are the 5th to the 6th, which is Friday and Saturday. We're going to be at Saibono, which is also in Johannesburg.
Newtown, yeah.
And we're glad to be here.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Emeka Okafor, who is the founder, co-founder of Maker Faire, taking place the 5th and the 6th of December. Let's take a break. Stay with us.